Hello scholars, thank you for joining me for this week's edition of Virtual Storytime at the Copper Queen Library Annex in San Jose. We are heading into our third week of the summer reading program, with this week's theme being Imagine Your Canvas. So in order to celebrate, I would like to read The Legend of the Indian Paintbrush, retold and illustrated by Tomie dePaola. But I was hoping that you would join me on a little imagination exploration beforehand. All right, so let's find a comfortable position. And when we're ready, let's take a deep breath in. Then exhale and close our eyes. Relax your forehead, jaw, tongue, and shoulders. I would like you to imagine yourself as a creator. All creation comes from the continual flow of energy. When we direct our focus on something that we want to do, or something we want to create, we simultaneously direct a stream of energy to that thing. Whatever your desired creation is, they all have one thing in common: you. You, the creator, have the freedom and the choice to make something from your soul that has real depth and meaning. You are the creator and the decision maker of whatever it is that you set out to make. Your creativity is unique. Out of all those who came before you and all those to come after you, there is and will only ever be one you. Whatever you feel called to create, it has chosen you to be its creator. It has chosen you to bring it to life. From just an idea to tangible creation. That creative energy is just waiting for you to direct it in whatever way you see fit. You are the only one who can bring it to life in only the way that you have imagined it. As you pursue creativity, your inspiration will heighten, and the flow of more ideas will come to you, one after another, after another. This energy stream is always available to you. Inspiration can spark at any time, but it is up to you, the creator, to make use of it. Now let's take a few more deep breaths in, and when you're ready, take one last deep breath in, then exhale and open your eyes. Thank you for going on that imagination exploration with me. Do you feel like a creator? That's good. Let's follow along now to Little Gopher's journey of creativity. The Legend of the Indian Paintbrush, retold and illustrated by Tomie dePaola. Many years ago, when the people traveled the plains and lived in a circle of teepees, there was a boy who was smaller than the rest of the children in the tribe. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't keep up with the other boys. They were always riding, running, shooting their bows, and wrestling to prove their strength. Sometimes his mother and father worried for him. But the boy, who was called Little Gopher, was not without a gift of his own. From an early age, he made toy warriors from scraps of leather and pieces of wood, and he loved to decorate smooth stones with the red juices from berries he found in the hills. The wise shaman of the tribe understood that Little Gopher had a gift that was special. "Do not struggle, Little Gopher. Your path will not be the same as the others. They will grow up to be warriors. Your place among the people will be remembered for a different reason." What do you think that reason is? Could be. And in a few years, when Little Gopher was older, he went out to the hills alone to think about becoming a man. For this was the custom of the tribe, and it was there that dream vision came to him. The sky filled with clouds, and out of them came a young Indian maiden and an old grandfather. She carried a rolled-up animal skin, and he carried a brush made of the fine animal hairs and pots of paint. The grandfather spoke, "My son, these are the tools by which you shall become great among your people. You will paint pictures of the deeds of the warriors and the visions of the shaman, and the people shall see them and remember them forever." The maiden unrolled a pure white buckskin and placed it on the ground. "Find a buckskin as white as this," she told him. "Keep it, and one day you will paint a picture that is as pure as the colors in the evening sky." As she finished speaking, the clouds cleared and a sunset of gray beauty filled the sky. Little Gopher looked at the white buckskin, and on it he saw colors as bright and beautiful as those made by the setting sun. Then the sun slowly sank behind the hills, and the sky grew dark, and the dream vision was over. Little Gopher returned to the circle of the people. The next day, he began to make soft brushes from the hairs of different animals and stiff brushes from the hair of the horses' tails. He gathered berries and flowers and rocks of different colors and crushed them to make his paints. He collected the skins of animals which the warriors brought home from their hunts. He stretched the skins on wooden frames and pulled them until they were tight. And he began to paint pictures. What do you see in this picture? What animals are these? Could be buffalo. And what's this? The tribe? He began to paint pictures of great hunts, of great deeds, and of great dream visions, so that the people would always remember. But even as he painted, Little Gopher sometimes longed to put aside his brushes and ride out with the warriors. But always he remembered his dream vision, and he did not go with them. Many months ago, he had found his pure white buckskin, but it remained empty because he could not find the colors of the sunset. He used the brightest flowers, the reddest berries, and the deepest purples from the rocks, and still his paintings never satisfied him. They looked dull and dark. He began to go to the top of a hill each evening and look at the colors that filled the sky to try and understand how to make them. He longed to share the beauty of his dream vision with the people. But he never gave up trying, and every morning when he awoke, he took out his brushes and his pots of paints and created the stories of the people with the tools he had. One night, as he lay awake, he heard a voice calling to him. "Because you have been faithful to the people and true to your gift, you shall find the colors you are seeking. Tomorrow take the white buckskin and go to the place where you watch the sun in the evening. There on the ground, you will find what you need." The next evening, as the sun began to go down, Little Gopher put aside his brushes and went to the top of the hill. As the colors of the sunset spread across the sky, and there on the ground all around him were brushes filled with paint, each one a color of the sunset. Little Gopher began to paint quickly and surely, using one brush, then another. And as the colors in the sky began to fade, Little Gopher gazed at the white buckskin and he was happy. He had found the colors of the sunset. He carried his painting down to the circle of the people, leaving the brushes on the hillside. And the next day, when the people awoke, the hill was ablaze with color, for the brushes had taken root in the earth and multiplied into plants of brilliant reds, oranges, and yellows. And every spring from that time, the hills and meadows burst into bloom. And every spring, the people danced and sang the praises of Little Gopher who had painted for the people. And the people no longer called him Little Gopher, but he who brought the sunset to the earth. The end. Thank you for reading with me today, scholars. I hope that you enjoyed our story and that you feel the creative juices flowing now. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more literacy content. If you haven't signed up for our summer reading program, don't worry, there's still time. Follow the link in the description to sign up for books and activities to be sent to you in the mail through July. Thank you for joining me again, scholars, and until next time, happy reading.
Thank you.